Hey guys, I am going to be doing a video today talking about my Marvel Pathfinder collection. Now, I know my channel has been a lot of The Walking Dead, but I do like other things as well, such as Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, and of course Marvel. So I wanted to show my Marvel collection. It's a pretty big collection, to be honest, and it's one I only started a few weeks ago, and it's already a gigantic collection, so I'm very proud of that. And I will show you the collection now. Okay, first of all, these figures aren't in any particular order, I'm just showing them all. First off, we have Colossus, awesome character. He's a pretty cool figure. He's a standard one you could find pretty much anywhere. Eric Killmonger from, this is based on the movie Black Panther. The Colossus I'm pretty sure is based on, he's a comic version. King Groot is a cool one. He's based on the mobile game Contest of Champions, which is a pretty damn good game. One of my favourite characters, Frank Castle, aka The Punisher, played excellently by Jon Bernthal. He is from the TV show Daredevil, which is in the MCU. So, yeah, great character. Next up we have a Tony Stark figure. This is from Spider-Man Homecoming. And it's just a figure of him without the armor. It's a cool figure though. Just like a standard pop of him. And to go with that, I'll actually show you the Peter Parker again from Spider-Man Homecoming. These figures are pretty easy to get, so they are. So that's good. Peter Parker's pretty cool with his backpack and stuff, and the Spider-Man gloves like hanging out of the backpack. Here we go is the Iron Spider from Avengers Infinity War, which I'm going to say right now is my favourite comic book movie of all time. I know there are some people out there that do not like the movie. Fine. You could say it's one of the worst movies, but I love it. It's such a good movie. I am for real. I just love that movie so much. Next up is Iron Man. It's like he's on a stand, making it look like he's flying. Again, from Avengers Infinity War. And to go along with him, I also have the exclusive version where he is unmasked, which is a pretty cool pop. The unmasked version is actually the one I got first. Then I got the masked version. This one here is also from the Contest of Champions game, and it is Venompool. Now there is an exclusive to GameStop where he is holding a phone, and I'm going to try to get my hands on that one as well. He's definitely one I am really wanting to get. Here's one I actually got today. Glow in the Dark Ghost Rider. He is from the comics. I am pretty sure this is the comics version. That unmasked Tony Stark is also from Avengers Infinity War. Here is another Contest of Champions one, and it is the 6-inch Howard the Duck figure, which is such a awesome figure. I love it. And here is the Hulkbuster, which is from Avengers Infinity War. And I'm just going to move some of this stuff out of the way so there's more room when I show the rest of them. Okay, so next up is Deadpool. And this is a cool little figure of Deadpool. He's giving his thumbs up. Again, common pop, but a really cool one. Here's one I got recently enough last week, and this figure is really awesome. This is Spider-Man. Also, that Deadpool is from the comics. This Spider-Man right here is from the upcoming Spider-Man game coming out on PS4, which, how excited are you guys for that game? I cannot wait for that to come out. That is a day one purchase for me. I'm buying that as soon as it's released. It's only like less than 2 weeks away, I think. So, excellent. Next up is Captain America, who is from Avengers Infinity War. And now we have Gwenom, which I'm pretty sure is from the comics. I'm not too familiar if this is from an actual comic or if this is just like one of those like Venomized pops they've made. Which are the Venomized pops from the comic? Like, I'm wondering that because the Venomized pops coming out are looking great. The one I really want to get more than any of them is the Iron Man one, where he's like using the jets and like the thruster. I forget what you call it, but you know what makes him fly, basically. Next up is Lockjaw. This is the flocked version from 2017, the fall convention, and it's cool. He is also based on the comic books. Here we have Rocket Raccoon, who is using his jetpack to fly. He is from Guardians of the Galaxy, and it's from the Volume 2 wave, which is, you know, the second Guardians of the Galaxy movie. I'll show more Guardians figures now. I also got Baby Groot. Little cute Baby Groot. They've made like 50 billion Groots. There's so many of them. And he is also from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Now the last figure from the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 wave I got is like the newest one they released, which is Kraglin, who is a 2018 summer convention, and he's a limited edition. I found him in store. There was a few of him, and I saw him and I was like, yeah, I'm getting him before he's gone. Really cool pop. I'm glad they made one of Kraglin. He was a pretty funny character in the movies, and I hope he appears in Avengers 4. The same day I got the Kraglin, because I got the Kraglin like 3 days ago, maybe less. But the same day I got him, I got Bedtime Deadpool, who is so cool. I love this figure, it's so awesome looking. And besides the Ghost Rider, I did get another figure today. I ordered both of them a couple of weeks ago, and they finally arrived today, and I was really super excited. Also, the Kraglin, again, is from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and the Bedtime Deadpool is from the Deadpool comics, I am pretty sure. Blade I got with the Ghost Rider, and I love Blade. I want him in the MCU so much. Now, he is a character I would imagine is not too far off from being introduced. And I watched the Wesley Snipes trilogy he did of Blade years ago, but I love those movies, especially the second Blade movie. The first one I thought was great, the second one I thought was amazing, and then the third one, the Blade Trinity, I don't hate it, but like it was definitely weaker compared to the first two movies, but I didn't hate it. But the Blade is from the comic book. Now, from Avengers Infinity War, we got Black Widow. You can tell by her blondish, whitish hair that she has in the movie. Cool figure. Here is from Thor Ragnarok. We got Loki, who is one of the best Marvel villains until Thanos came around, and then, well, Thanos has been around since the first Avengers movie, but like, you know, when we really got to know the character in Infinity War, he just became #1 for me in terms of the movies. My favourite villain in the entire franchise, though, I might say, is Kingpin from Daredevil. I absolutely love Kingpin. And then there's also Grant Ward from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and there is Kilgrave from Jessica Jones, and Bushmaster from Luke Cage Season 2, which they were fantastic. I'm excited for Iron Fist Season 2 coming up. I actually liked the first season. It was definitely the weakest out of all the shows, but I did like it. And I have been keeping up with the news, and I've heard that they really want to make sure like this is a better season, and I watched the trailer. I couldn't be more happier with the way it's looking. I am so excited for that season, and it comes out the same day as Spider-Man, so September 7th is going to be a pretty busy day. Now, next from the comic books, Domino. Of course. I have Domino. Cool to get the Domino figure. And here is the last Marvel Contest of Champions figure I have, which is Guillotine. Now, an interesting thing about Guillotine, I'm pretty sure they created this character for this game. But she was popular enough to actually appear in the comics, which is good. I like when they bring characters, especially successful characters that appear in other bits of media, into the main comic book. Kind of like what they did with Agent Coulson, I'm pretty sure, and other Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. characters. But yeah, Guillotine's a pretty cool character. I haven't unlocked her in the game. Like, of all the characters on the back of the box, the only ones I have as characters in the game is the Punisher 2099, who I haven't seen in the store anymore, but he's like a 3-star I have. But I also need to get the Civil Warrior, who's pretty easy to get, but the Punisher 2099 I can't find anywhere, and I'm hoping to get the glow-in-the-dark Groot they have, the King Groot. From Ant-Man and the Wasp, which I know some people were pretty, like, you know, it was okay. I thought Ant-Man and Wasp was hilarious. I loved it. I thought it was a great movie. Now, I live in Ireland, so we had to wait till August to see the movie, which sucked so much ass. Like, luckily, you know, it came out over here eventually. Day one, first showing, I went to the cinema, I watched it, I had a great time watching it. So yeah, we have Ghost, who is kind of the villain of the movie. I mean, there's not really a villain in Ant-Man and Wasp. I guess Sonny Birch, but like, that's about it. I'll show more of the Ant-Man and the Wasp pops. Next up we got the Wasp, who, she was terrific in the movie. Evangeline Lilly did a fantastic job playing Hope. She was absolutely great in the movie, and I really enjoyed her in it. Because one of my biggest concerns with Ant-Man and the Wasp was if they made Ant-Man too useless, to the point where when Avengers 4 comes around, I'm like, why do we need Ant-Man? He's useless. I didn't want to feel that way about Ant-Man because I love Ant-Man. But even though that was like one of my biggest concerns, I still looked forward to the movie. I still wanted to see what they would do. And yeah, they made Ant-Man a bit incompetent, but his character has always been like, not really incompetent, that's not the right word, but like, he is a screw up, but his heart's in the right place, and he does manage to do some things right. And they kept his character pretty much the same from the last Ant-Man and from Civil War, and he saved Wasp a couple times in the movie. He saved her like as much as she saved him, so I thought they were both, you know, equally powerful. And coming out of the movie, I was so relieved that they didn't just be like, oh, Wasp is better because she's a woman, because of all this forced shit they put into movies, games, books, everything nowadays. I'm glad they didn't really do that for Ant-Man and the Wasp. Now, I know some people still had a problem with it. I didn't for Ant-Man and the Wasp, and I thought Ant-Man was pretty competent. Speaking of Ant-Man, from Ant-Man and the Wasp as well, we have Ant-Man himself, who is a fucking awesome figure. Seriously, he is great. We put him back here. We only have a few more figures to show, and you can already see everything building up here. Anyway, from the comic books, we have Cable. He's pretty cool. He has two different eyes. One's white, one's yellow. Pretty cool figure. Glad to have him in my collection. Really awesome. Excuse me. Now, from Avengers Infinity War, we also have, well, I also have Groot. This is the version where he's holding the gun. There is an exclusive where he's holding the video game that he plays throughout like the whole movie. And there's also a new one coming out in November where he's holding Stormbreaker. you know, when he chops off his hand and makes it into Thor's new hammer. You know, people say, you know, it looks like an axe. Speaking of Thor, and the final figure from Avengers Infinity War, we have Thor, who is a great character, and I'm glad to have gotten my hands on the Pop. But anyway, that is my Pop Vinyl collection from Marvel, and that is a total of, I think, 33 figures, and I hope the collection grows some more, and once I have a decent amount more, I will probably do an update showing all the new ones I got, because I do plan on buying a few more, especially because there's a lot coming out. There is the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Iron Man, which just came to GameStop, so I gotta get my hands on that. There is the Venomized Pops coming out. There are the upcoming new Avengers Infinity War Pops. There's probably won't be Pops for Captain Marvel when that comes out in February, I think, but yeah. So, hope you guys enjoyed. See you next video. Bye.